in the previous years, I didn't do this year, but in the previous years, I used to always start talking about this on social media since July, August, and it's Black Friday and the holiday season. And people will be like DMing me, why are you talking about this? We're enjoying our vacation and this and that. And other people who like work in big corporations, they would be like, oh my God, this is so in line. Like we always start this in the summer, all of that.
Yeah.
So now it's fall.
Yes.
And the holiday season is coming, and there's Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all the craze, and everybody's like buying things, especially from Pinterest, because you do a lot of holiday boards and gifts for this person and that person. So are they too late to start using Pinterest for the holiday
but
season?
I would say you need to start today. So Pinterest typically operates, people are saving and looking at your pins today for purchases in 2 to 3 months. So we know that the largest purchasing power on Pinterest occurs the week of November 11th. Well, November 11th to the 21st. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that people are accounting for shipping times. So is it too late? No. But what I would say is, because it's a search engine, you need to have your content indexed and understood by Pinterest. What that means is Pinterest is, as it's crawling what your products are, what your pins are about, to understand who it's relevant to. So you really need to be sharing, there's a reason why in advertising they always did Christmas in July, right? Like you shoot oftentimes even a year ahead, right? Like people are shooting Christmas content in June and July for the magazine that will go out in October. So Pinterest pinners are planners. I just did a workshop on this in my program yesterday, and it was all about that. We need our pins to be indexed and understood by the platform, by the robots on the platform in September, to really have a chance to be shown to people in October and the beginning of November, so that they're buying, mid to late November, even early December, depending on where you are in shipping times. So I think, people need to start now, but typically even outside of going into Q4, pinners are saving today for action in 3 months. We see that customer journey does tend to be a little bit longer. Now, not all, but the highest ratio of individuals are women with the highest, with the household spending power. And they're planning right now for Christmas renovations, shopping, hosting, gift giving, and they're doing it in the evenings and on the weekends. And so they want to look at all their choices. They want to gather, save all their pins and their ideas to decide where they're going to spend their money in November. So get going right now, and know that even if it's a little bit late, if people are listening to this later and they're like, shoot, I missed the boat, know that you can share that content now, and you will likely go viral or make sales next Q4. And that's the beautiful thing. Pin today for sales next Q4 and the year after and the year after. That's the beauty of a search engine. If you have high quality products and things that are relevant to your audience, Pinterest will send you traffic for years and years and years. We do not scroll back and buy things on Instagram from a year ago. Heck, we don't go back more than 3 weeks. No. So that's why it's always about like thinking about how these things work together, create sustainability and longevity, and know that it's not for nothing. So even if you share items now and you feel like you're not going to make any sales this year, you will make sales next year. It has an accumulated effect for most business owners.
So if we're starting today, is it better to keep it all organic or to sprinkle it with some ads just to push the content out there, because we're not like we're out of time sort of?
Well, ads is definitely like you're paying to play, right? You'll get in front of people. So ads definitely will accelerate the pathway to purchase. But what I would say is I caution people, if you're not making organic sales, it's really hard to know what will work for you on the platform. So what I would recommend is if you're just getting started, investigate what works for you in an organic sense, and then use that data to decide what you're going to promote. So try to make organic sales and test your funnel. Or if your funnel's converting from other platforms organically, like you have something that's working really well with Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, just know that oftentimes, you need to know your customer journey and you need to be making sales. Pinterest will not fix a sales problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you already know your funnel and you're making, it's converting on its own, then by all means, like go to Pinterest, start organic, and then get a sense of what people like, and then promote those things or create something
Yeah.
similar to promote. I do see some people who aren't making sales and aren't growing on other platforms, and they're like, okay, I'm going to try Pinterest now. And then they're frustrated. They spend a few $100s on paid advertising on Pinterest
Mm-hmm.
and they're not making sales.
So the main problem is not that the ads are not working or the organic content is not working. The main problem is not the platform, but mainly it's their positioning, their brand message, and all of these things. Like
Hmm.
they have to really look into their brand and see what's not working and why is it not resonating with their audience instead of blaming any platform, not just
Right.
Pinterest,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, it's hard because oftentimes people will get
Hmm.
excited by a new platform, and I get that, but you can't expect miracles. So if you are
Yeah.
converting organically elsewhere, or we don't really know your funnel, and then you bring it to Pinterest, I do see people sort of saying, like, yeah, I'm not making sales. I'm going to try
Hmm.
Pinterest. And it's great, but I would always want organic data and evidence in sales before
Hmm.
advising anyone to run paid advertising on any platform, whether it's
Yeah.
Meta, Google, Pinterest. You don't really want to pour gasoline on something that isn't working organically.